consumer supply chain faces severe disruptions if dock workers at ports along the East and Gulf Coast go on strike. A deadline is fast approaching. CBS's Tim McNicholas is in Jersey City, New Jersey, with details and possible fallout. Tim, good evening.
Good evening, Jerika. The U.S. Maritime Alliance has until October 1st to reach a deal with dock workers. And ports like this one in Jersey City, New Jersey are ramping up work in anticipation of a possible stoppage. Work at some of the busiest ports in North America could soon come to a halt.
When my men hit the streets, from Maine to Texas, every single port will lock down.
The union, which represents more than 40,000 longshoremen at 36 ports, including major hubs like Charleston, Houston, and Miami, is demanding wage increases as well as protection from job-killing automation.
I've been fighting automation for years. They destroyed L.A.
Workers are threatening to strike if a new labor agreement with shipping companies represented by the United States Maritime Alliance is not reached by October 1st.
All activity in the Port of New York and New Jersey with regards to containerized cargo and automobile cargo will cease.
Each year, more than $200 billion worth of goods, including car parts, construction materials, and produce pass through the Port of New York and New Jersey alone. That trade supports more than 500,000 local jobs.
And a 2-week strike could, cause these disruptions to feed into early 2025.
Ryan Sweet with Oxford Economics says if a deal isn't reached in time, a stoppage could disrupt more than half of U.S. shipping traffic.
A possible port strike in the United States is just days away. It could have a major impact on the global supply chain and cost the U.S. economy billions of dollars. The strike would hit a total of 36 ports along the East Coast and the Gulf of Mexico if a deal isn't reached by October 1st. Up to 45,000 dock workers represented by the International Longshoresmen Union are demanding a 77% pay raise over 6 years and protections against automation. They currently earn a base pay of $39 an hour, or just over $81,000 a year. The workers and port bosses in the dispute have not met to negotiate since June, and no further contract talks have been scheduled. Experts say the U.S. economy could take a more than $3 billion hit per day, with between 43 and 49% of all U.S. imports being at stake as the deadline moves closer ahead of the holiday shopping season. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg discussed the possible outcome on CNBC.
A couple of years ago, there were things coming to a head on the West Coast. It resulted in workers getting a historic contract, a much-deserved raise, and a number of other provisions that were also compatible with the companies succeeding. And, of course, with any labor negotiation, the outcome you're looking for is one that is workable for the business end and delivers the kinds of things that workers need and deserve.
President Joe Biden has said he will not invoke a national law to prevent the workers from going on strike. Some retailers are already planning in advance to redirect freight through the West Coast.
Thousands of dock workers along the U.S. East and Gulf Coast are threatening to strike within the next 2 weeks. It's a move that would shut down ports that handle about half of the nation's cargo from ships. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris, joins us. And Jeff, if a strike happens, dozens of industries could feel the effects. What are the dock workers asking for?
The focus is on two things, Dee Dee: better pay and a ban on the automation of cranes, gates, also container movements. The International Longshoremen's Association says if those conditions aren't figured out by October 1st, they will strike. Jason Miller, a professor of supply chain management at Michigan State, tells us the ILA is looking for pay increases around 77 to 78%.
That is far higher than the roughly 32 to 39% that have been offered by the USMX.
Miller says the union is also demanding automation gets kept the way it is,
because it views automation as a threat to jobs.
If a strike does happen, over 40,000 dock workers along the U.S. East and Gulf coasts will walk off the job on October 1st, something Miller says is concerning since those ports process between 50 and 60% of the goods that come into the U.S.
This is millions upon millions of tons of freight,
including auto parts. a specific industry Miller believes will significantly feel the effects of a strike.
The German automakers with operations in the southern United States, they're importing a lot of components from their suppliers in Germany.
Piyush Shah, a professor who also focuses on supply chain management, tells us, aside from the auto industry, these ports also handle a lot of agriculture and poultry.
These time-sensitive cargo, we might see a lot of damages.
Plus, he says imports from Europe, like wine, spirits, beer, and certain chemicals, could be impacted as well.
All European imports are more in danger than the Chinese.
Now, if the strike does happen, experts say ports on the West Coast could pick up some additional cargo, but not all of it. Neither could the U.S. rail system.
Shalom, shalom, Yashar Allah. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem HaKadash, which in the Petty Hebrew tongue is credited as the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to sister brothers that's laboring in this truth, and shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Woo, and that clip right there. And it's going down too, Yashra. There's a whole bunch of strikes. There's a whole bunch of layoffs. And right now, the people are not happy, man. They're saying that the wages are not right. You got too many billionaires in Babylon the Great, and the people can barely get by. You got a new thing called the working class poor, where they'll work 40 hours a week and still can't afford to be housed, can't afford groceries and a car note. You got people going through that right now, and they're becoming very angry and how they're voicing their displeasure with Esau Edom. You know, you got the grinders, the workers, they're going on strikes. You got Boeing on strike. They got like 33,000 employees on strike. They've been on strike for like a week now, and they want a 40% wage increase. They want their insurance not to be left alone because they're trying to change their insurance. And they want to get their pension back because they don't have pensions anymore. Now they're starting to see that 401k. You know, it's a bunch of hoopla because really they ain't nothing but Esau gambling with your money on the stock market. You see what they doing on the stock market? They pulling it out. Warren Buffett, they'll put out billions of dollars in the stock market. Why? Because you know that stuff about to crash. And this could be a play for Esau Edom to try to cover up the fact that the dollar's crashing. He'll just say, oh, well, the strikers went on strike. The ports of transportation, I couldn't get nothing out. And this could lead to a crisis, Yashrala. And I'm looking at the people like, don't budge. Put pressure on these devils. These devils making record number profits, making big money. CEOs walking out with $32 million severance pay. The people need more money. Esau got to give it up. His greed is about to kill him if he don't, start spreading that bread around. You know, he shows he's an unfit ruler. He doesn't know what he's doing. So let's get that first. Because there's strikes all over the place right now. We got one big major. I notice it's both transportation. Boeing, that's airplane. You know, the railroad, the tracks, the truckers, the railroads, that's on the ground. That's all transportation. If transportation gets disrupted, you can't get goods to your place anymore. You know, all the little supermarkets go dry up. And when that food dry up, that's what's going to make these people riot. So that leads me to my first precept. Let's get that. Because all those things is transportation. So the people are holding Esau accountable like, hey, man, you got to pay some decent wages, man. Y'all got companies that's worth almost trillions of dollars, like, Amazon. But yet they pay like $20 an hour right now. Say if you're in like a Midwest state, that's almost like minimum wage. You need about $40 really to really make it out here, at least 30. That's just here in the Midwest. You on the coast, you're going to need way more than that. So he got to come up off that bankroll if he wants his kingdom to survive. See, that's Yahushua being in control and making Esau be an idiot by squeezing the lifeblood out of the people that will rebel. So check it out. This is 2nd Esdras 6:22. And it reads, and suddenly shall the sowing places appear unsowing. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So if they end up, October 1st, they got to make a deal. And if they go on strike And that can just slow everything down. That'll mess the economy up because the prices gonna go up. You know, ain't nobody gonna truck that stuff out to the store. And it will cause mad pandemonium and chaos amongst the people as they fight over whatever scraps is left. You know, and they're gonna fight they governors and mayors and politicians. It's like, I done worked, did all this, paid taxes, and you mean tell me I ain't got a system no more? Esau gonna go crazy. He gonna go crazy. So yeah, I wanna go get this right here. Let's keep it moving. I wanna go get Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. Because we're nearing on these prophecies been fulfilled, man. You got one major company already on a strike, and then you got another company threatening to go on strike. And they just had a standoff with the train, the railroads. Remember that, Yashrala, with the trains? You know, and I bet they might come out and say, I ain't getting paid enough. Because this inflation is really, the bricks, as it eats into the dollar and the dollar loses its value, everything goes up. And everybody can peep these prices going up by like small increments. And then if this strike goes into place and goes down like that, it might be like a financial collapse. Especially when bricks come in. That's when the people gonna riot, when that dollar get messed up. You know, I've been thinking through the spirit, thinking, you know, the election with Kamala Harris and Trump, but I'm like, nah, really it's when that dollar collapses, when chaos, you know, the Babylonians, the Americans gonna want to riot. Because you got a pack of cigarettes might go from $10 to $550. Oh man, they not about to go to work after that. You know, a loaf of bread go up to $165. They not about to go to work after that. You know, they're about to, the grinding is over with. It look like it's about to be over with now. A lot of people don't even want to work no more because they're not working no more. You can't save no money. Like, the money you make is just enough to pay your bills and take care of what you need to, and then you broke. And the Babylonians are starting to get sick of that. So this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, that's happening now. You got Warren Buffett pulling money out the stock market. You know, you just look at the lower level people, you can just tell how they being scared. You know the elites are scared. And it says that the strong men shall bow themselves. U.S. military, you know, they bowing themselves, man. They ain't trying to go fight nobody. And the grinders cease. Hey, we just see, Bowen's on strike. The grinding has ceased. You know, they're not working. And the managers, I heard the managers that they had, they done fired them or laid them off. Because they ain't, I mean, who's there to manage if you ain't got no grinders and no workers? So, they've been fired. You know, that's like, it just looks like a big old mess happening right now. It says, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. They don't see no future. I done heard that so many times in Babylon Great lately, of so many Edomites, just people in general telling me like, ain't no future in America. America ain't got no future. That's the common theme right now that I hear. So if adults is feeling like that, children gonna feel like that, and then you got a whole public feeling like that, and nobody's gonna put in any effort. That's why everything is like, you can just see it collapsing right now. Nobody really cares. The men don't care like they used to. The women don't care like they used to. And everything is just falling down. In verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. You ain't got no job. You waking up with the little birdies chirping. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. You can tell this place is really finished by looking at the music industry. It's been totally about to be gutted. The music is garbage. That's why nobody cares. So they had to throw a dude who makes music into the, you know, the scandal thing to even get even talk about the music, because the music's no good. You know, they can't make good music anymore to keep you distracted, entertained. You know, the music business is totally on its backside right now. To where everybody listen to old school now. Everybody going back and getting underground artists. Mainstream artists ain't really pumping like that, because Esau put trash out there. So that's that prophecy being fulfilled. The daughters of music is being brought low. It is nothing like it was in the 90s when I was growing up. It's nothing like the early 2000s. It's pitiful. You got to almost be like brain dead and really young and in a very drugged out, induced state to appreciate this music, because it's hot garbage. And so nobody wants to work. The music is garbage. The movies are garbage. They don't have the money to even buy their entertainment no more. You know, football tickets and basketball tickets is outrageous. So the minute people ain't gonna be going to that no more, because they gotta survive. So everybody is that's the people mourning right now. They're mourning right now, which leads to another precept. Let's go get that. And it's Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So that how you know that Esau Edom is the wicked. Because everybody's mourning right now because he's stupid. He does not know how to run a kingdom. It has been going straight in the trash can as he's kept mishandling Yashra, the children of Israel. Because if he just leave us alone, like the scriptures say, we can heal Babylon. We can fix it. We had it going on a long time ago, but hey, like scriptures say, but Babylon is not healed. This devil won't ease up. And now he's oppressing everybody. You know, the lower class Edomites are oppressed. And they don't have they white privilege no more. So they're doing really bad. And they're going to be, through the spirit, I believe, they'll be the first one to start riding and acting a fool. It's going to be them because this is their kingdom. And now they not living like they in their kingdom no more. Now it's been turned into hell because the elite Edomites don't know how to rule no more. They're too greedy. Because if all the billionaires put their money together, they keep this sucker running for a good 20 more years. But they're not going to do that. They're going to run to their bunkers, space stations, and whatever. Which is really stupid. Because I'm like, you know, what use to having all that wealth and money and all that if you ain't got no working class up under you and you ain't got a kingdom? I say Esau's just stupid. He's not fit to rule. And he's about to destroy everything. Like scripture say, this devil about to destroy all flesh. If the Lord don't shorten up the time, they come back here and whoop this devil. And so his own people going against him, man. They on strike. And they like, hey, I can't do this no more. I can't do it. It's not sustaining anymore. The illusion is coming down. You know, and when that hyperinflation kicks in, because if all this keeps happening, all these strikes and the grinders cease, then that's what's going to make the people riot, and that's when everything's going to belly up. And Esau going to come order out of chaos. And we're closely upon that, you know. I'm like, shoot, forget the election right now, man. Look at all these strikes and layoffs and these jobs and people threatening to strike. That disrupts a kingdom. And you got to think that Baltimore Bridge, they ain't fixed that yet. That mug's still out. That's part of why stuff going up. This place is through. It's finished. This place is finished out here. So we just got to stay prayed up, Yashra, and stay in the spirit, because, and don't like we got too much longer, man. Like, the Lord is really plaguing this place. And it's like, they're in that thick clay, you know, which I'm going to end off with that. Since I said that, let's end off with that. These devils done messed themselves up by greed, all about greed, letting the small hatters go crazy and attacking Yashra where we just trying to get 15 cents. We ain't even got nothing, man. This devil trying to take the little dollar we do get. You know, why is people going crazy? And they're so, they say the lower class Edomites are so dumb. By the time they figure it out, it's going to be too late. So I'm going to go James 5:1. It says, go to now, yea, rich man, weep and howl, for your measure shall come upon you. Yeah, if them ports close and no goods run, you best believe them stocks going to nosedive. And all them Edomites got their money in stocks and trades and all that, you know, the little lower level ones. They're gonna weep and howl. They go off their families because they're going to lose all their money, man. And they not seeing it coming. They thinking, you know, they not going to do that. I still have my bread. And he about to, hey, they should be following Warren Buffett, man. Warren Buffett ain't pulling billions of dollars out of stock for no reason. He already got tipped off. He's a small hatter, I believe. And then you got verse 2, James 5:2. Your riches are corrupted and your garments moth-eaten. You know, hey, his riches corrupted. Why? Because he got him by deceit. Got him on the back of our people. You know, and then you go to verse 3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them should be a witness against you. See, that rust is showing up now with the people striking, because the dollar ain't no good. It's not helping them make their ends meet. They can't make ends meet, so now they all, they striking and bucking up against the elites. It says, it shall eat at your flesh as it will fire, yea, have heaped treasure together for the last days. And man, that's what I'm saying. Everything Esau got, guess what? We're gonna get it. So really, through the spirit, we shouldn't be worried about what Esau got going or what's about to happen. We know it's about to happen. But at the end, guess what? We ain't gonna get all the resources. And then watch the heathens rejoice. The people rejoice. Now Esau gonna be in hell, we're in rulership, but the other nations, they'll be happy because we're gonna run stuff correctly. We're gonna run stuff the way it's supposed to run. Everybody gonna have their portions. Except for Esau. Esau he gonna get our position. And they're gonna be on the bottom. They gonna get treated very harshly because we got to do it double of what he did to our people. Just think about slavery and times that by 2. That's what we got to do. So Esau gonna go in hell pretty soon. So that's why I guess they trying to live it, live la vida loca and party it up, because they ain't got much longer, man, and it's not gonna be good for Esau once Yahushua flips the world right side up and puts us on top, and we'll run it correctly. We know how to issue it out. Our kingdom will be very, very, very magnificent. It runs great, man. Nobody gonna dare buck up to us and order to us. Everybody's the heathen gonna have their portions and gonna be cool. Except for Esau. He's gonna have to get mighty hell put on him. So I'm looking at Esau. Unless you spread some of that bread around, the people are going to come for you. That's what look like it's about to happen real soon. We'll keep an eye on it and see what's up. But I just had to do a lesson on that because I'm like, through the spirit, like the Lord just keep putting on me like, man, that dollar is about to collapse. And that's going to make all hell break loose. That's when we're going to see all the theatrics play out. As long as there's football and your average Babylonian can go get a cheeseburger at the fast food place, they're not going to do anything. But once that dollar go, oh man, watch, it's going to be chaos. So with that said, man, I hope this has been edifying. I hope it's been informative. I want to say Kwam Yashar Allah and stay locked in because Yahushua is quickly on the way. Shalom.